new district for you. I mean, what's the vision now that you're the one who's going to be leading the Republicans in this district for you?
Yeah, so I am the nominee for a new district in Colorado, but I'm not new to Colorado. This is where I've grown up. This has been my home. I have been fighting for all of Colorado my whole life. And especially the past few years, before I even thought of running for office, I was fighting for Coloradans. I was fighting for our children. I was fighting to close loopholes in our system that allows illegal aliens to vote in Colorado elections. I was fighting to repeal the National Popular Vote Compact. And, I decided to take this a step further and use my voice to represent millions of Americans, not only here in Colorado, but all throughout our great country. So my values are absolutely still the same. I am a conservative. I have a proven track record of that. My voting record shows that I am a conservative and that I am a fighter and that I do not back down from a fight. I know that when those in power try to stop my legislative process, I still have a voice to speak out and deliver for Coloradans and for Americans. So the values are the same. I want limited government. I want fiscal responsibility. I want to shut the dang border down. And I want to put our children first and their safety and make sure that we have prosperous lives all throughout our country. So while the crops may be slightly different here in CD4, the values are not, and my fight has not changed. My voting record comes with me, and so does that tenacity for America.
Congresswoman, you won the last election by 300 votes in the other district. Now you're up by nearly 30,000 to your next opponent.
Oh, I'm so sorry that 9 News got that wrong. I won my last election by 546 votes.
546
yes.
votes, excuse me. What do you say to your critics who say she only moved districts?
I've answered this question many of times. So yes, I have a change of scenery in life. I'm not the first person to move to a new place. I have stated time and time again that this was a family first decision. It has been very publicly documented, unfortunately, what was going on at home, and I needed to put my children and myself ahead of all of that and create separation. And of course, we evaluated what's going to happen next in Congress, and this was a family first decision, and this fresh start has been amazing for my children. The folks who personally know my children and interact with them now since moving here can see a night and day difference in just the overall joy that they are experiencing, and I'm honored to be here in Windsor.
You got Jesse over here on your side.
Jesse!
Congresswoman, did you ever have a doubt that you were going to win the primary here, and what was your reaction after you kind of hear you that politically and personally?
So Jesse is asking if I ever had a doubt that I would win this election. And I came into this knowing that I was going to have to work, but that's okay. I'm always putting in the work. I've put in tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of miles over the years, connecting with thousands, tens of thousands, and even more voters all throughout the state. And so the work never was something that I was afraid to do. I did not come into this treating it as a coronation. And even this weekend, I have those thoughts of, did I miss something? Is there something that I'm not seeing? Is there someone I didn't reach, didn't talk to, didn't spend enough time with, a phone call I didn't make? And I had peace going into this election, knowing that me, my wonderful team, my family, my support group of friends, we have done everything that we possibly could to obtain this victory. And from there on out, it was all in the voters' hands. And I'm so honored that they have chosen me to represent them in Washington, D.C. again.
What differentiates this district, Northern Colorado, the Eastern Plains, and into Douglas County from the rest of the state?
Most of this district, we have 21 counties in CD4, and most of it is a very rural district. Of course, you have parts of Larimer and Weld County, and then you have Douglas County that are more suburban in areas, and then the rest of it is very rural. And this is exactly what I've been doing or representing in Colorado's 3rd district. I think a lot of folks lose sight of all the farming and ranching that takes place, the agriculture work that takes place in Colorado's 3rd district, and actually it makes a lot more sense to me now, because for so many years we were out there waving our hands saying, how has everyone forgot about us? And coming here, people don't even recognize and acknowledge all of the hard work that goes into Western Colorado and Southern Colorado. But the 3rd and the 4th district, they border one another in the southern parts, and these are the farmers and ranchers that I have been fighting for on the Natural Resources Committee, passing legislation for, advocating for, creating jobs for. And so I'm very excited to continue that work, to continue to grow with farmers and ranchers and those who are in the ag business. ag community on a much larger scale to see how I can better help them. But then also, I mean, in Douglas County, look, inflation is impacting all of us. The open border is impacting all of us. Our children being attacked by this wokeism that has taken over is affecting all of us. And they know undoubtedly that I am the one to stand in the way of our children from those attacks and to fight to lower inflation, to get oil and gas production back in Colorado so we can not just be energy secure and energy independent again, but we can be energy dominant and export our LNG to our allies across the world, and we can literally export freedom and generate growth in America while doing so.
Your last question right here.
Thanks so much. Congratulations. Big win tonight, and you have a lot of people here that are really proud and so supportive of you. For those who have expressed any concerns over you being a little too outspoken, too controversial, you tell us you're very passionate. What do you want to tell them moving forward now that
So a lot of folks criticize my approach on things, but I learned very early on in Washington, D.C., that nothing happens without force. You have to be heard to actually get something done. And if I was going to be one of those empty suits like there are so many of in Washington, D.C., I would not be effective like I currently am. I have passed more legislation out of the House than any other member in the Colorado delegation in this Congress, and I have had 75 legislative priorities signed into law that deliver for Coloradans throughout our state and for folks all throughout our country. That's a process that I am so proud and honored to be a part of. And so sometimes, yeah, I get loud when the Biden administration announces they want to issue $450,000 checks to illegal aliens who are separated at our southern border who try to come into our country illegally. I get loud, but guess what? That program was shut down because I informed the populace of what was going on. Same with the Disinformation Governance Board when they tried to cancel Americans' First Amendment right to speech and have this militant ministry of truth to censor American speech. I got loud. I got leadership in the House in a minority to back me. We informed the American people, and it was shut down. So I have a purpose with my strategy. I don't just talk to talk. It's not one of those things I want to hear myself. I mean, half the time I walk into a room and I hear me talking and say, oh gosh, I'm so tired of her. But I know that there is work to do. And I understand the efforts that need to go along with that to actually deliver for Colorado. And it is an honor. It is an honor to be here in Windsor, such a wonderful community, and to have traveled all 21 counties multiple times and beyond to earn the support of voters. And to all of the voters tonight, I am promising you that I will not let you down. I have you. I'm going to fight for you. I will be relentless. And I am not going to draw back and forfeit our children's future and their freedoms and their liberties. November 5th is coming. We need President Trump back in the White House. We need to take the Senate, and we need to keep the House. America depends on it. Everyone hears this is the most important election of our lifetime every 2 years. This could be the last most important election that we ever have. We have got to get this right, and I am honored to fight alongside of the good people of Colorado's 4th District, our entire state, and our nation to ensure that we take this great country back and give God all the glory and unify as we should as Americans. God bless you all, and thank you.
Thanks everyone, appreciate it.